Hey everybody, what's happening? It is time for another thing of top 13. This time I'm going to be doing the various different ones that is around. It's not purely any type of a big topic. So it's the best movie kills part 1. This is number 1. So once again, it's 13, opposite of 31, which would be Halloween, right? Right. So here we go with number 13. We start off with Silent Night, Deadly Night. I call it the wall mount. It's where he picks up the girl and puts her into the antlers and she's hanging there type thing. Number 12 is Wes Craven's Deadly Friend, where it is the ball splat. From, if you remember, she was Throw Mama from the Train and also part of the Fratellis from the Goonies. Number 11 is Zombie 2, Igor in the Door. So what it is that it's like picking, and then there's like part of the wood frame of the door sticking out, and it's like really graphic because it's showing the eye, and it's just like pushing it all the way in. That's makes you cringe if you can't handle that. But you know, and if you remember, if you don't know what I'm talking about, YouTube it. They'll have it, or Google it, then YouTube it, and you'll be linked up with it. It should be fine. Number 10 is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Now, I was thinking about doing a Texas Chainsaw Massacre best kills, but I don't watch a lot of Texas Chainsaw Massacres, so I can't really go and do 13. So I'm just going to sit there and say that this one in particular hit the list because kind of traumatized, and it's kind of like screwed up, where it's chainsaw in the wheelchair, where it takes her brother and chops him up, and all you do is just hear and see it. It doesn't show anything. Number 9, another really screwed up thing. I really felt bad for this girl when this happened. Hostel 2, Girl Upside Down. What happened is that she's like upside down, and then some woman comes into like a giant sauna bath type thing, and she takes this giant sickle and just cuts her up, and she's like sitting there bathing in blood and everything like that. Kind of felt bad for the girl. I was like, man, really? She's got to die? Like, she shouldn't have gone on that trip anyway. She was kind of like iffy. So I guess so. Number 8 is going to be coming from Hellraiser. And I did think about doing a Hellraiser type theme, but I've only seen through the first 3 or 4 or so. Really didn't really do it. But the Hellraiser, Jesus Wept. It's where it's towards the end, and it gets all chained up, and it's like all over his face, and it's pretty gruesome. It's a good special effects effect. Number 7, I'm going with the classic 1931 Frankenstein, which probably traumatized a lot of people. So I'm just basically going to be naming it the girl toss, because Frankenstein, killed the girl at the lake and all that other stuff after. So, that's, I don't know, it's kind of weird. Like, you would have like a young girl like that, especially back in 1931, you would see something like that. I'm sure a lot of people were traumatized about it and didn't really know what was happening. But yeah, that one hit it. That one came in at lucky number 7. Number 6 is 2 different things because they changed the title. The original was considered The Gates of Hell, and then they changed it to City of the Living Dead, which is basically the same thing. So this one is going to be Puke Up Your Guts and I Got Bloody Eyes. So what it is that she sees like this demon, and so it's like her eyes start to bleed out and everything, and then all of a sudden her guts are like just coming out, and you hear it. So if you're eating popcorn, don't eat it during that scene, especially if you get queasy, because you will yourself. Number 5, man, I don't know, I could have probably put this one up maybe a little bit more, but if it was different, I was thinking different, but I mean, it's in that top 5, can't say anything bad about it. But Gut Punch from Alien, sort of, comes through the chest and started the whole thing about the alien. I did think about, but there's really not too much, like, really scenes you can do with alien type, best kills. I mean, I would put John Paxton in it, but he only gets dragged down. You don't see anything beyond that point. Number 4, head blow up from Scanners. So yeah, that was kind of cool. Michael Ironside, and then that's what happens when you think too much, especially trying to do these lists. It normally happens like that. Number 3, split in half, Ghost Ship. Now, if you ever seen Ghost Ship, that's a pretty wicked kind of movie, especially in the first 5 minutes of it. So there's the cable that comes out, and everybody's on deck. They're all dancing, and makes you think about going on a cruise and going on deck ever again, especially with a large crowd, and just chops people totally apart. Head, arms, torso, and everything. Pretty good, awesome special effects scene for that one, though. So yeah, that's very good. If you haven't seen Ghost Ship, go check that one out. That one's very good. Number 2, the original shower scene from Psycho. And that has to be, I know it's not really too much like blood and guts and type thing, but I mean, Hitchcock did push the envelope, and I have to give a giant huge shout out to Alfred Hitchcock for doing that and kind of making people go, what just happened? And made Janet Leigh pretty much of an icon, a scream queen type thing. And number 1, Quint Munchdown, which came from Jaws. Towards the end, I thought that was pretty, it's, you just have this giant huge shark, and I was traumatized when I watched it, and then go to Universal, and then you see Jaws pop out and going like that. You don't want no part of it. You want to sit on the other side of the tram and just don't want nothing to do with it. I mean, come on. But now it's, it's fake. But when you're younger, ooh, I didn't want any part of that. So that's the number 1, the top 13 best kill movies. This is part 1. Plan on doing the different types of series on these. Got a list going down of different types of movies. The series of movies and stuff like that. So done Nightmare on Elm Street and done Friday the 13th. So go and check those out. So this is it, and I'll go and see you later. And remember, every day is Halloween.